Hey all you switchheads, welcome back. My name is Kanan. This is a review of Dex, and let's have a look. Okay, so first things I want to do is talk about the negatives, and the biggest negative in this game is the fighting, hands down. The combat system in this, going into it, I thought I'm going to be like Matrix, I'm going to be like Neo, I'm going to cut somebody up, I know Kung Fu. And no, none of that. It was shockingly bad. I found out that this was released in 2016. I cannot believe in the slightest that they haven't improved this fighting system. From what I've read, other people have mentioned this. I am flabbergasted. Oh, come on. Oh, God, it's like a rhythm control game. That they have not done anything about this, it's just beyond me. It's shocking. When you actually look at the videos, it looks pretty badass, and it really does. Another complaint was about the weapons, but to be honest with you, I quite like the weapons in this. I quite like using them. I didn't think they made you feel badass, but I thought they were adequately done. I mean, I've played games that use the same mechanic before in the past, and maybe that's why I'm so good at doing that. But yeah, I didn't think there was any problems with it at all. It wasn't anything special, but it wasn't broken to my feeling anyway. The fighting, however, it felt more like I was entering into a rhythm game, you know, punch a couple of times and then wait for them to wind up. Boom, boom, boom. It was really, really weird. The block system worked. It just felt so uninspiring. It really did. I just didn't feel like, to be honest with you, I was disappointed. I didn't feel badass. So there was a few other control issues here and there. Nothing major, nothing sort of like game-breakingly or spoilering. I think the main problem in this game is actually the combat. So with that in mind, let's talk about the rest of the game. So graphics, as you can see, the graphics are actually quite nice. They do the part. You have a bit of blood, you have naked men and women, condom machines, and yeah, you get quite a bit of detail in this. The cities are very nice. It's all done very nicely. It's very sprawling. There's people walking around. It just looks the part. They've nailed that cyberpunk type, type look. And yeah, I really appreciate it and really like walking around in it. All the voice acting is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Right down to gunmen that I'm pretty sure this owner of a shop was probably out of a band that, maybe it was called Metallica. Am I allowed to say that? I'm not quite sure. But anyway, he was playing some nice music in the background. Very, very, very nice, to be honest with you. All the characters seem likable to my knowledge. Yeah, I mean, the acting wasn't like the best acting I've ever heard, but to be honest with you, in a 2D game like this, it was shocking to be presented with this all the way through. It was weird. The sound of the place they've kind of nailed right down to, as I said, the music as you're walking into shops, and the voice acting, again, the fighting let it down because it was all just a mesh of just basic sounds. I really do think they should have just left that out, or just made it more into a gun fighting type thing than actual fighting. Sorry. Anyway, so yeah, the actual parts like this, the hacking bits, I quite enjoyed. It kind of took me back to a few other games that I played in the past as well. Kind of brought me back to some games that I used to play in the past as well, and I used to enjoy them. This game lets you kind of approach things in different ways. You can actually, as an RPG, put up your stats in different ways. There are many different things that you can do in this game. It's almost like they've built a open world sandbox in a 2D world. It's kind of weird. You can jump on buildings and all sorts. The world is incredible. In fact, I'm surprised there haven't been a sequel to this, considering, as I looked into it, as I said, it has been out since 2006, or maybe they are, and that's why they brought it out now for the Nintendo Switch. But apart from that fighting bit, I would say this is a really good game, well put together. Just appreciate also the fact that you can go about things either in a stealth way or, guns blazing, or I probably wouldn't recommend the fighting side of it. But yeah, this really is worth a punt. It's really good game, and I'd recommend it wholeheartedly. Just don't go in there thinking that you're going to turn out to be Neo out of the Matrix and start beating people up as if you know kung fu. So to be honest with you, there's nothing more actually to say about this game. It's fun. It ticks all the boxes as long as you can get past that fighting bit. Which doesn't really spoil the game, which is why I'm not sort of like saying it's not a buy, because I really think it is a buy. For that price range, I wouldn't say wait for a sale, because there's no point. You get a lot in this game, and it does a lot of things correctly as well. So I would definitely recommend it. It's definitely a thumbs up for me. And